Greetings, and as always, a very warm welcome to everyone joining us here as once again we bring you a live action from Germany's Dritte Liga, the third flight of German football. A league that never fails to deliver in terms of action, entertainment, and always a little bit of something else. Two teams with, decent squads, being the reserve sides of two Bundesliga sides as well. It's Dortmund 2 against Freiburg 2 here in the Signal Iduna Park. Not quite at full capacity, but plenty of fans here to enjoy this third division encounter between two teams at very opposite ends of the table at the moment. Freiburg, well, good start to the season for the Freiburg reserve squad. Especially last three games unbeaten, 2 wins and a draw last time out. Definitely in good form. And we'll be trying to take that form with them into this game here on this Sunday afternoon in Dortmund. As for the home team, well, not quite the start to the season they were hoping for. Christian Preußer, the man in charge, still with a bit of work to do, it would seem. They find themselves down in 17th. And that is in that relegation zone, just inside it anyway. Just 4 points from 5 games played compared to Freiburg 2's 10 points from 5. Freiburg up in 8th, just above mid-table. And a chance to, well, climb even higher with a result here today. Dortmund with 3 changes to their starting lineup in comparison to their last time out. Christian Preußer deciding it's time for a changing goal as well. So Unbehauen replacing Lotka in between the sticks. The young Spaniard Guille Bueno also coming in, replacing Finson. And Gudpus making his Dritte Liga debut here on this Sunday afternoon, coming in to replace Brav. Christian Preußer, the man in charge of Dortmund 2, of course, with plenty of knowledge on his opponents. He's, of course, the Freiburg 2 manager from 2016 until 2021. Total of 169 games in charge, and was the man behind their promotion to the third division last year back in 2021. Thomas Stamm now at the helm for the visitors, and off to a great start already this season. As for Dortmund, well, it's Dortmund 2's worst ever start to a third division campaign. Something they will desperately trying to be turning around here this afternoon. Have only scored 3 goals this season, and well, as we all know, it's goals that win games and won games that give you points, apart from draws as well. But no one's ever finished top of the league, just 1 point a game. As the action gets underway here, Dortmund playing from left to right. Quick header over the top. There is Njinma trying to get there. Just a little too far ahead of the pacey young striker. Promising start here from BVB though, as Freiburg struggling to get the ball out of their own half. Papadopoulos getting involved. BVB with Papadopoulos, Dams and Koulibaly, their back 3. Bajalic and Guille Bueno, the 2 wing-backs on the right and left. Kamara and Fana in central midfield, with Eberwein just slotting in behind the front 2 of Njinma and Gudpus. As for the visitors, Tuvalu in goal. Schmidt, Rosenfelder and Hoti, the back 3, with Fana on the left wing back position, Troy on the right, Wagner and Röhl in central midfield, Gutau out on the left wing, Kehl on the right, and the big number 9 of Vermey leading the line for the team in red and white. Two teams that know each other well in every division. They come up against each other. The Dritte Liga, just under 200 meetings between these two sides. A long history and plenty of action-packed encounters amongst that collection of games. There is Christian Preußer. Jinna. Decent run there by the forward, not for the first time. Looking to get in between the lines and in between defenders early into this game. This is, of course, what he's out there to do. It's not just pace in Jinna, plenty of ability on the ball, great first touch, and he's got a decent finish in him as well. Hasn't quite come to fruition for him this season, not yet anyway. Better late than never, as they say, but slowly might be too late unless Dortmund can start to pick up some points and find a little bit of form. Papadopoulos will go back to Umbehan in goal. Keeper that has first team experience as well. I've seen Dortmund to rotate their keepers quite a bit this season. Christian Preußer saying at both Umbehan and Lotka, players they want to try and push into the limelight, have them gain as much experience as possible. Two very talented young keepers. Vermey with the layoff. Schmitz with the ball over the top. Guille Bueno unable to quite clear it, does get a block in. Stop that delivery into the penalty area, then puts the ball out of play. Freiburg 2 with the throw. Stand corrected. Must have just come off Fana there. Its way out of play. Kamara will leave it to Bueno. Guille Bueno joining last summer. Exciting young player, the Spaniard. Just one of a long list of young talents. Dortmund continue to add to their ranks and try to develop. The decision is a corner there. Player down here for the visitors. It is Fana. So he might have picked up a head injury. Freiburg will have to wait until they take this corner. Looks like they might try and take it short. They'll just have to hold their horses for a minute as Fana receives some medical treatment here. Always have to be careful with head injuries. No different in the third division. Get a closer look. Just a collision off the ball there. Don't think he quite knew Koulibaly was as close as he was, and ran straight into his right shoulder. Unintentional, of course, from the Frenchman. Quick check, thumbs up, and Fana able to continue. Will have to leave the field of play and return. Not to worry though, his side with a corner. Horty with the delivery, not a bad one either. Whipped in at a great height. Unable to attack it. Good push, closing down. Finds himself alone up front, the rest eventually following suit. Now a chance, given away cheaply. Decent ball in, looking for an Njinma. Well defended by Freiburg in the end. Very nearly shooting themselves in the foot there. Under no real pressure. Giving the ball back to BVB in a dangerous area. Now have a corner to defend as well. Pajalic, the left-footed in-swinger. Towards the back post, Papadopoulos rising above the rest, but can't guide the header towards goal. Instead puts it up and over. Decent leap there though from the central defender, probably one of the most experienced in the squad. Let's get regular call-ups to the first team. He's in action with them and training with them a lot in pre-season. Bueno can't find a way through with the ball back inside, and now Freiburg are looking to break quickly. It's Pfanner, the captain, puts in the tactical foul there and allows his side to get back behind the ball and into position. Wagner back to Atubalu. Back to Wagner once more. Wagner just finding that little pocket of space down the middle. Here come Freiburg on the move. The 1-2 there. Papadopoulos trying to continue to move forward. Put out of play. Dortmund throw. Lively starts up until that head injury to Fana, which just slightly put the brakes on the action here. Some lapse in concentration there from Rosenfelder. To drop the shoulder to use the oncoming attacking player. Doing so. The ball out of play. Sides very evenly matched so far in these opening 11 minutes. Dortmund with a lively start in the first two or so. Freiburg now settling into things as well. Njinma, decent first touch. Well, he is quick, but not that quick. Troy able to get back and in front of the Dortmund striker to deal with the danger. As already mentioned, he is looking very lively up there. Be surprised if we see a few more balls over the top. Hasn't been too far away from getting on the end of the 2 or 3 that we've seen already. Definitely part of the game plan for Christian Preußer, as it should be when you have that sort of pace up front. There's Pajalic. Does enough to win the throw of Troy. There's Thomas Stamm, the man in charge of Freiburg 2. Knows his counterpart, Christian Preußer, very well, having worked with and alongside him during that 5-year period. Preußer was in charge of Freiburg 2. Poor first touch there on Papadopoulos. Not the best ball in, back towards him. Needed to be played along the ground. Long throw, the name of the game. Troy there, but a little too long. Vermeer, the intended target, at the near post. An easy collection for Umbeha. One of those games you feel yet to really get going. Clear-cut chances at either end. No half chances either, really. Very measured approach from both sides. And out of the two, I think BVB will probably be the happier. Freiburg, of course, as the away team, sometimes it can take you a little longer to find your rhythm. Rhythm is something that Freiburg 2 have had plenty of this campaign already. So far, nothing to write home about. Decent attempt at a ball over the top there. Kiel, yeah, closest to it, but still too far away. Bolu taking his time with the long ball forward. Offside flag is up though against Vermeer. Just coming back from an offside position to take part in that aerial duel with Pfanne. Martin Petersen, the man in charge of proceedings here this afternoon, joined by his assistants on the touchlines, Julius Martenstein and Hannes Venske. Kamara to Pfanne, just about anyway. Was played just a little ahead of his captain, but luckily no Freiburg players in and around him at the time. Umbeha quick to switch it over onto that left flank. Both teams requiring a little bit more urgency going forward. struggling to really get into the final third. Same goes for Freiburg. They have been on the ball. Dortmund enjoying the lion's share of possession so far, but haven't been able to do too much with it. Now perhaps decent ball out onto the left wing. There's Kamara. And Koulibaly, both in the starting lineup here today. Both youngsters joined Dortmund from the Paris Saint-Germain youth setup. Big hopes for both players. Koulibaly especially, in my opinion, looks like a real footballer in the making. Picking up heaps of experience. The Dortmund reserves already in his short time with the club. One I wouldn't be too surprised to see in the first team in the coming years. Poor ball there from Fana, able to recover. Jalic, good control. We'll follow it up with more of the same though. Nothing wrong with that tackle from Fana, albeit perhaps a painful one. It's Guta who's gone down, clutching that left ankle. He did have his studs slightly raised there, Fana. I'll tell you what, one of those that could go either way, really. Good thing Guta was off the ground when the tackle came in. Otherwise, that might have ended a little worse for the Freiburg player. Toy. Too close for comfort. There, Jalic. That long ball over the top. Freiburg have tried to utilise on more than one occasion, unsuccessfully though so far, and breakaway now for BVB. Good push with the ball out wide to Guille Bueno. Bueno. First cross blocked. Does manage to hold on to the ball though. There's Koulibaly. Kamara, quite close control, good upper body strength as well to hold off Vermey. He's just hacking away at his ankles. Good push, great through ball. Right weight on the pass as well. Bueno, just not quite quick enough to get there. These last few minutes, 3 or 5 minutes, BVB just starting to take control a little, looking a little more confident in their build-up play. Here's Njinma, and Njinma gets the shot off, but drags it wide. Well, he did have options to his right, but can't blame the front man for going for goal himself. Got himself into a great position. Another really good run into that channel in between the defenders, trying to create that little bit of space for the shot. Almost did everything right, and that's the best chance of the game so far. be the moment that brings this game into life. Well, offside there. I think it was Fana who just drifted offside before playing the ball back across the face of goal into Vermeij. Vermeij, of course, always the target man. Just one goal so far for the big striker this season. Goals have been pretty spread out amongst the Freiburg 2 squad. The likes of Wagner, Fana and Knappe, all with a goal to their name as well this season. Rosenfelder just putting the brakes on things. The problem for Freiburg 2 at the moment seems to be there's the gap in between the front line and then the sort of midfield and defense, just a little too big, making life for Dortmund very easy to close those passing lanes and channels and just get bodies in there, crowd the central area. It's not quite enough movement from the front 3 or 4 dropping back, offering themselves as an option, which is why we've seen that long ball over the top time and time again. Distance between players in the sort of back line and front line just a little too vast at the moment, making life difficult for Freiburg in terms of creating any sort of build-up or chances in the final third. Making life very easy for BVB so far, who've had no real danger to deal with up until this point. Foul on Pfanner there, off the ball. Bringing an end to what could have been the first real attack from the visitors. Past the midway point of this first half between Dortmund 2 and Freiburg 2. And Jinma, good first touch. Powering through, surely a foul. Sandwiched there in between Wagner and Andy Horty. Wild challenge from Wagner. He picks up a yellow card for his troubles as well. First booking of the game. So, free kick here for Dortmund. In a decent position. Relatively central. Fair distance out, but it looks like Pajalic is going to have a crack here. Pajalic, well, that's one of those nasty ones for a keeper. It's coming up off the ground just before it gets to Atubolu there, who does very well to deal with it. Not taking any chances in trying to collect the ball, just parries it away from danger and out for a throw. Out of play by Troy there with the miss kick on the clearance. Dortmund doing enough to keep Freiburg pegged back in their own half here as we take another look at that Pajalic free kick. Plenty of bend and whip on it. Matubolu does well in goal there. Freiburg on that right flank especially, struggling to get any sort of combination play going. Every time Rosenfeld has had the ball so far, he has a quick look up and then has to head back towards his own goal, keeping the ball inside his own half, and as a result keeping the pressure on him and his defensive teammates with Dortmund's high press, certainly causing them problems so far. No drastic problems, but problems nonetheless. Just caught there, good up by Papadopoulos, who was trying to shimmy his way past him, trying to get to the ball. Distribution there from Umbehan. Over the top to Njinma. He just misjudges the bounce slightly. Just one other game. The German third division on this Sunday afternoon. Erzgebirge Aue taking on Dynamo Dresden in about half an hour. May again drifting into an offside position for the first time. Seem like much, but every time that happens, it just puts the brakes on any sort of a move forward. Allows Dortmund to just dictate the pace, slow things down. So unavoidable as well. Goes to ground and is awarded the free kick. Looked like a bit of a push in the back, but the big man, I think, making the most of it as well. Experience coming into play there. Touch there to break through. Some space. Guilla Bueno is ever so well under pressure. Hold on to the ball as well, not a bad idea there, and Njinma making a run through that central channel. Goodpus seeing it in the corner of his eye and trying to pick out his teammate on the spin, but just couldn't quite get enough lift on it to help it through. Good awareness there from Kamara. Bueno dancing past the first player, brought down by the second, but won't get the free kick, and he's not happy about it either. He's going to pick up a yellow card. Probably has a point there. It did look like he was caught. Still needs to just control his emotions a little. Silly booking. to Kulpus. Can't pluck the ball out of the air. Back well though, is Gia Bueno. Jalic there with him. Bueno still going by himself. Not a bad ball. A little too much height. I think it was Pfanet who was making a run towards the near post. Might have actually been Eberwein. It's scrappy here in the middle of the park. I felt he was impeded there while on the ball. Referee disagrees, allows play to continue. Dangerous play there. At the back from Schmidt, just taking a unnecessary risk. Nearly getting caught in possession as well. A little over 10 minutes still to go in this first half in a game that hasn't quite come to life yet. One of those that desperately needs a goal, you feel. The intensity is there, but a little too cautious from both teams. You'd expect a cautious approach from BVB considering their start to the season. It's a little surprising to see it from Freiburg, who've looking really good previous 3 games. Now perhaps this be the first chance for the visitors. Good tracking back there from Pajalic to block the cross. There's a little through ball there from Reul, looking for Guta. BVB, a corner to defend. Gutal and Kidd standing over the ball. Punched away by Unbehaun. Troy tries to send it back his way on the volley. Misfiring on the edge of the penalty area. Vermey, I think unaware that wasn't a defender anywhere near him there. Could have easily just pulled the ball down, tried to control it. Instead, tried to head it on straight away. Coming to nothing. Freiburg with the free kick. Papadopoulos just obstructing Troy. Bali receiving end that time. Quick to get back on his feet though. Caught late by Fana. Didn't look like there was too much in it though, and the reaction from Koulibaly would suggest the same. Early ball in from Troy, headed away. Papadopoulos. Putting together there. Troy still on the ground here. He's wearing that face mask. Not once but twice. Connecting. The big Eberwein there. Of course, the sort of challenges and contacts he'll be hoping to avoid. That face injury already present. Well, both teams struggling to create too much from open play. Could set pieces be Freiburg's ticket towards a first half lead. Be Kiel to take it, the in-swinger. Comes the delivery. Easily dealt with by Koulibaly. Picked up by Troy. Rosenfelder down the line to Wagner. Manages to get the ball into the box, but no real pace on the delivery. Jinma, lovely little back heel. Guille Bueno. Trying to hold things up a little there. Taken down in the process and remaining down as play continues. Goal kick to Dortmund. Jinma just hasn't seen things go his way. He's been on the ball a fair few times. His final touch just letting him down. Chance to break forward here with Reul. Caught in the face there as he put the ball back into the middle. Not a bad chance, and there we have it. That is the lead. A good save initially by Unbehauen, but Vermey in the right place at the right time, as you'd expect from your front man. And it's an easy header from close range, which Unbehauen could then do nothing about. First a real chance for Freiburg 2, and they take it. Vermey with his second goal of the season. Kiel does ever so well to stay on his feet, get the shot off, and call Unbehauen into action. Just didn't quite get enough distance on his save there. Straight into the path of Vermey, and Koulibaly not staying with him, almost staying stuck in the mud really. And just like that, Freiburg 2. A 1-0 up as the troubles continue for Dortmund 2. Well, it's a goal the game needed, to be fair. Question now will be, how will Dortmund react? Will we see heads and shoulders drop? They take the positives that were there during this first half in their performance and try and build on it, get themselves back into the game. You'd certainly hope so. But it now has become a real test, this young Dortmund reserve side. Jinma offside. Too many Freiburg fans in the Signal Iduna Park. 3 of them on screen there, though. Seem it's a family outing. They've got something to shout about now as well. Kamara closed down quickly. Now Bueno. Given time and space to work with. Gurpus dances his way through. Still Gurpus. One touch too many, though. Oh, he's managed to hold on to the ball. Or win it back at least. Bueno with the ball into the box, unable to find the teammates, and then driven back by Papadopoulos. It was an interesting cross there on the half volley. I think it was Eberwein who was closest to it. Just a little too much pace on it. The Dortmund number 14 to get to. Let's have another look at that nifty footwork from Gurpus. Fantastic trickery there to get himself into a dangerous position. Then does well to win the ball back. It looked like the danger was over. Not the case, though. Tenacity shown there by the youngster, making his Dritte Liga debut. 45 minutes, just about up. Can't imagine we'll have too much time added on. Perhaps a minute or two. Once again, plenty to think about for Christian Preußer. He tries to figure out how he can get the best out of this Dortmund 2 team. Just the 1 minute added on here. Wagner with the shots. Blocked by Pfanner. Back to Koulibaly. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, not the most action-packed game you'll see this season in the 3rd division. Vermeij's goal just before the break. The only thing separating Borussia Dortmund 2 and Freiburg 2. The second half just around the corner. So a warm welcome back, as you can see on screen there. 2 substitutions for Christian Preußer, Braaf and Anning coming on. A bit of pace and creativity required. 2 players that can certainly deliver on that front. A tough pill to swallow for Dortmund, conceding just before the break. Of course, makes that walk down the tunnel and that half-time team talk a little more difficult. With the goal, one could argue, coming against the run of play. Neither team really, well, ecstatic about their creation of chances in the final third. But the match certainly lacking in that department. But one could argue that Dortmund enjoyed the majority of possession, probably looked a little more dangerous going forward, a little more composed on the ball as well. And that Vermeer goal, just, well, throwing all of that out the window. And forcing Christian Preußer to try and change things up at the break. Therefore introducing 2 very exciting and attacking young players. That might be a Freiburg corner. Yep, it is. Koulibaly doing his best to try and shield the ball out over the line for a goal kick, but the ball not playing its part. Out of the 2 substitutions, both youngsters from the Netherlands, Braaf and Prince Anning, but Anning the one I think you want to keep your eye on. Really is a fantastic, tricky young player. He's bags of pace, just as much ability on the ball as well. He's the kind of player you need to break into that final third, make runs in behind the defensive line and try and get balls into the box or shots on goal. Saw plenty of action with the first team in pre-season. Definitely another player Dortmund are hoping can develop, progress, and then break into the first team. Like to take up position out on the left wing. He'll try and combine with the likes of Njinma. There's Braaf. Jalic linking up with Papadopoulos. Central defender continuing his run forward. Will take the throw as well. Looks like Papadopoulos now playing in a slightly more forward position in that central midfield. We've seen him do that on a few occasions already. At least that's what it looks like. He is out on that right side now. Dams and Koulibaly have a central role. Here is Anning. Good control. Already on the move. That's what he's been brought on to do. Try and draw fouls, draw players towards him, create pockets of space in and around him. Getting to work early. Take that back, Papadopoulos now pretty much in a right back position. Dortmund starting with a back 3, but it looks like it keeps shifting into more of a back 4 at times. There's Jaden Braaf. Dutch international, joining Dortmund 2 from Manchester City's youth setup. Exciting young player. Another player who likes to run at defenders. Always with his eyes forward. Arning could lay off. It's Eberwein. Fane to Koulibaly. Nice placed pass there, puts in a challenge as well, which looked like a foul. Play continues, shot from distance. But nowhere near the target, as Kale just drags that right-footed effort wide of the left post. Unbehauen making the move to get across, but happy to watch that one drift past. Now the second half starting very much like the first. Good intensity, decent pace to the game as well. Dortmund now, of course, will have to take a few more risks, get a few more bodies forward. Freiburg, I'm sure, well aware that a little more space might open up in that final third inside the Dortmund half. Schmitz with the long ball forward. To pick out Rosenfelder. In comes the cross in towards Vermeij. Free header. Now Dams staying grounded there. Really needs to be doing better. Throws his arms up in frustration, but I think the fault lying with him. Just allowing Vermeij to drift in over his shoulder. Curl with a misfire there, had options to his left. Quick to apologise. Waste of an opportunity once again for Freiburg. Koulibaly does well under pressure. Dams to Prince Arning. Röhl doing really well. And Rosenfelder can't get the cross in though. Arning gives away the free kick. Just tried to wrap his left leg around the player to nick the ball away, but there's all player and no ball there. So dead ball situation here for the visitors to try and take advantage of. Unbehauen tries to get his to a one-man wall in position. Two-man wall it is. Arning and Braaf, the two half-time substitutes. The Guta with the in-swinger. Not a bad one. Headed away by Dams. Only as far as Wagner. Dortmund faithful doing their best to try and get their side back into this game. quite been the free-flowing attacking football we're used to from the first team this season. Tough task, it would seem. Christian Preußer. Eberwein nearly nicking the ball away in a promising area. Come in with a high foot there, but referee keeping his whistle by his side. Freiburg with the throw. Koulibaly does well. Now Arni. Down the line to Njinma. Runs into trouble straight away. Ball put out of play. Coming off the young substitute and last, I believe. Quite the Südtribüne, or the South Wall as they call it in Dortmund, that the first team is used to having behind them. Still a decent showing, third division game. Of course, it is a big stadium to fill. Playing their part in terms of atmosphere, which is always nice. A lot to shout about so far. Tubolo putting the ball out of play. This is Philipp Fahner. He's on the ground here and is going to need some treatment, not for the first time. Did have that head injury early in the first half, perhaps still feeling it. Edin Terzic here, first team coach and manager, taking a look at how things unfold here. Looks like Thomas Stamm is going to be forced into making a change here. I'm not sure Fahner's going to be able to continue. Doesn't look too steady on his feet, does he? So it's will be on to Jans coming on to replace him. That play continues as we edge closer to the hour mark here in the Signal Iduna Park. Looks like there's a multi-legged critter deciding to get in on the action as well. Taken care of by the cameraman. Hopefully no harm to the bug who decided to watch a bit of third division action as well here on this Sunday afternoon. Decent ball forward. Eberwein to the feet of Njinma, but not quite precise enough. Play there from Koulibaly to find Braaf. It's Pelagic. Still going. Gets the shot off. Sees it blocked. So to Pfane shortly thereafter. That's a good run there from Pelagic. Good to see a little bit more urgency. Dortmund's play here. Papadopoulos. Find a way through. Perhaps at the second attempt. Well, does enough to win the corner. Jalic with the delivery. Easy catch in the end for Atubolu. Hold up play by Guta, just allowing his teammates to come and get involved as well. Lovely through ball for May with just the keeper to beat. 2-0. Fantastic through ball. Lovely weight on the pass as well, and Vermey with plenty of time and space to take a touch and settle himself, and then side foots it past Umberhaut, and that could well and truly put the game out of reach for Dortmund by now. Well, the travelling supporters on their feet, all two of them. Beautiful through ball, didn't even need a touch, took it first time. Just saw that space in between. And no one able to keep up with him. And once he was through, the big number 9 with his second of the game, third of the season. Ball by Pfane. I'm sure he could have done much to get his arm out of the way. Things going from bad to worse for Christian Preußer and company. A look on his face tells you all you need to know. Vermey caught by Prinzani. The two Dortmund substitutes looked lively in the first couple minutes, but since then have been kept relatively quiet. Not had the intended impact Christian Preußer was hoping for. Taken early. Andy Hotti feels he should have had a corner. I'd have to agree with him. Certainly looked like he played it off the Dortmund man before it went out of play. Difficult one to deal with there for Umberhaut. Jalic with the throw back to his keeper. It would seem new ball is required, perhaps not quite enough air. The one that was just out on the pitch. Looks like we can expect a few more changes from both teams. Have to wait and see who those changes will be. Here's Koulibaly. Kamara, lovely drop of the shoulder. Lose not one but two defenders in the process. Poor ball there from Eberwein, asking too much of Prinzani. BVB playing like a team, out of form. Things not going their way. Decision making just not quite where it needs to be. Understanding between players when it comes to passing combinations just not really falling into place. At times, players looking like they're on different pages. No real improvement here this afternoon either. Looks like it might be a long season for Christian Preußer and company. There's Prinzani. Rosenfelder deals with it well. I think what's also worrying for Dortmund is that Freiburg have been far from their best and still they lead 2-0. Just seems a real lack in creativity up front for BVB at the moment, and now they find themselves outnumbered as Freiburg break away with the ball. Here is Gutal, gets the shot off. It's a good tackle and block by Papadopoulos. Slightly selfish play to be fair by Gutal. Plenty of bodies forward for his side, decides to go for the shot himself. Kiel in towards the near post. Kamara with the header. Ball still in play here. And then just bouncing up and off Wagner's chest. Goal kick to the black and yellows, which means they can make a change. Looks like Pohlmann and Michel, the two players that will be coming on. Kamara, one of the players being replaced, so too Pajalic. Dortmund's number 7, arguably one of their best players in both the first and what has been played of the second half. Really closely followed by Kamara, but neither effective enough for Christian Preußer as he decides to mix things up. Of course, with Michel. There's a potential goal-scoring threat out on the pitch now as well, or at least another one. Desperate for a lifeline. Challenge there for Manning. There's Braaf. Line for Eberwein. Braaf continuing his run. Eberwein trying to find him and does. And cut back inside. He's moving at full pace there and couldn't quite put the brakes on his run to hold on to possession. Dortmund, however, do. Credit to the fans who haven't stopped trying to support their team. Good ball over the top. Chance now. Well. Great control initially to pluck the ball out of the air, and then completely misfires on the half volley. Just couldn't quite settle himself. Never really got over the top of the ball, but really needs to be doing better from there. Golden opportunity for Dortmund to get themselves back in this. Unable to take it. Stark and Lee coming on. The Kale coming off. Fresh legs, the name of the game on both sides here. Rosenfelder, the other player to make way. Lee with 2 assists already this season for Freiburg, leading the charts in that department for his side. Decent clearance under pressure there from Umberhan. Risky ball there from Koulibaly though. Not a lot of pace on it. Could have easily been a little too short there, with Vermey lurking in and around that danger zone. Under 20 minutes still to go. Still plenty of time for Dortmund, especially if they can get themselves a goal. I'm sure that will just shake things up a little. They need something to just give them that little bit of belief that a way back is possible. It's so hard to find that belief when you have a bad start to the season. You almost start to get used to conceding, get used to dropping points, losing games. It almost becomes a routine and very difficult to shake yourself out of that. It becomes the norm almost, if you like. Doing enough to win the free kick in a promising position here. Looks like it will be Pohlmann to try and whip one in. Give the Freiburg defense and goalkeeper something to think about. Off the crossbar. Eberwein, danger not quite over. The scramble continues, and then Koulibaly just has a swing at it. Puts it up and over. That's the Eberwein header. That could have been that ticket back into things. Things simply not going Dortmund's way. Great delivery from Pohlmann. Actually, a really good header. It looks like Artubolu might have even gotten a touch on that. If he did, that's one hell of a save. No, straight off the crossbar. Oh, can that double chance for BVB spark some life back into their game? Better late than never, as they say. So as they go hunting for that goal, need to be very wary at the back. Offside once more. Papadopoulos just running out of grass. far touchline. Dams all by himself in the middle there. Had two Freiburg players to deal with. Luckily the ball coming directly to him. Pretty easy clearance. Papadopoulos with the tackle. Does enough to win the throw as well. Quick to take it. Nice layoff there from Njinma. Now Prinzani powering forward. Cuts inside. Still Prinzani. Just over. Golden opportunity for the young winger. Did everything right until the finish. I'll tell you what, he's just a few inches away from smashing that into the roof of the net. And that is what he brings to the table. Great touch to cut inside, splitting that defense in two and opening that gap up in the middle. And then can't keep the effort down, perhaps. Trying to smash the ball a little too hard. A little more finesse on the finish required. But again, much better from Dortmund now. Nothing wrong with that challenge from Papadopoulos. Wasn't too far away from completely wiping out the player, but got a touch on the ball. It's Braaf. Was he offside? Might have been, yeah. For the first time we saw Dortmund look really dangerous in transition there, utilising the players that they have out on the pitch that can help create those quick counter-attacks. Really need to try and get the ball to the likes of Braaf or Prinzani as much as possible here. Try and stretch Freiburg a little. Moments like that have simply been too few and far between. Moves header, a difficult one to take, just slightly behind him. Always going to struggle to generate any real power or accuracy. Ball out wide to Troy. Difficult one to deal with for Dams at the near post. Had to get some sort of contact on the ball. Could have easily headed towards his own goal. Wasn't too far away from doing just that. There was an interception that had to be made. Good up over the ball. Lee there with him, but now moving away. Oh, good delivery in towards the near post again. Just a fizzing pass, not one but two Freiburg players. Papadopoulos back to Umberhan. Puts his boot through it, sends it upfield. Well, definitely an improvement in Dortmund's play, but begs the question, why wait until you concede before you start to really get going? It's a question that doesn't have any easy answers, not in football anyway. A lot to do with form, confidence. And of course, one has to always remember that with these reserve sides, it's not too often you have a starting 11 that remains the same throughout a season. It's very interchangeable. Requires a lot of adaptation, and can be difficult for managers. Christian Preußer certainly having a difficult time in charge so far this campaign. And since conceding the second, we have seen a vast improvement in BVB's play, and they've started to create chances as well. Eberwein has been involved in the majority of them. Getting stuck in there as well. A Freiburg throw, but Dortmund can keep them pegged back deep in their own half. Thanks to the effort there from the BVB number 14. Or can they? Looks like it's a goal kick. I thought that went out for a throw at the corner. Fun impeded by Vermey. Papadopoulos trying to take the free kick quickly, or at least trying to look like he was. Getting Lee booked with that quick thinking. Jinma going for the spectacular. Papadopoulos goes past three. Now Paulman drags it back across the face of goal. Shouts for handball there from a lot of the Dortmund players. No reaction from the referee though. Didn't see a handball in there myself. Fun heads it on to Prince Arning on the half volley, can't keep it down. Did dip, but not early enough. Tupolu has had very little to do here this afternoon. It's another game which will keep the pressure on Christian Preußer and his players. Continues to try and put all the right pieces of the puzzle together. Still a fair few of those pieces missing, it would seem. It's good work by Prince Arning. There's 3 Freiburg players to contend with. 2 new ones about to come out and play their part. The Frenchman Makengo, as well as Knappe coming on. Schmidt will be replaced, as will the man with 2 goals here this afternoon. It's Vermey. Koulibaly coming off for BVB. And Tatamush coming on to add to the attacking options. Tactical changes for both sides. A bit more defensive structure and support for Freiburg as they look to defend their 2-goal cushion. BVB now willing to throw everything, including the kitchen sink, at their opponents in these final 5.5, 6 minutes plus some change here in the Signal Iduna Park. To Bolu. Not sure what he was trying to do there. Not exactly the time for keepy uppies. And that could have gone very south very quickly. Ratu Bolu hasn't had much to do today, and perhaps not quite at the races there as he lets out a deep sigh of relief. On to Jans. Dams does well. Initially, on to Jans, still going now. Dams with a second block. On behalf, looking to release the ball and a teammate quickly. No options available though. Eventually, send it Dams' way. Papadopoulos, head up straight away, long ball forward. Looking for Tatamush, of course, the number 9 now. Adding a little bit more height as well to that front line, a bit more of a target man. Not a bad attempt there from Reul. Not sure if it was a cross or a shot. In the end, it was neither. Game far more open now. No surprise with Dortmund desperately trying to get bodies forward in an attempt to try and get themselves on the score sheet here. With time ticking away. And of course, Freiburg more than happy to try and take advantage of that extra space at the other end. As a result, does create for a more attractive game of football for the neutrals. Michel outside of the right boot and out wide to Brunzane. Nice ball into Njinma. Trying to extend it across the middle first time. It's well spotted there by Andy Hoti. Is it positioned well to put the ball out for a corner. Delivery in towards the near post. Not quite off the line, but nearly. Back over the top, and Jinma trying to get there. Troy with the clearance. Pressure from a BVB. And well caught there by Atubolo with Eberwein. Doing his best to get there ahead of the keeper. Good header on, Tatamush. Into the middle, and Jinma! What a miss. Well, he won't get an easier chance than that this season. Laid across beautifully into his path from Tatamush after a great header on from Eberwein to find the number 9. And then on a silver plate for the front man, who gets it all sorts of wrong. Off balance, side foots it wide. And it's been that sort of a, well, that sort of an afternoon and season for Dortmund so far. Minutes just about up here in the Signal Iduna Park. Play by Reu. Jin trying to get the ball back into play as quickly as possible. Animated Christian Preußer on the touchline. That's Thomas Stamm, of course, the Freiburg coach. I think Christian Preußer might have had a little too much to say. Picks up a booking. Has been a frustrating 90 minutes for the BVB manager. What will add to that frustration is that he has seen an improvement from his players, but far too late into the game. It's the sort of intensity that needs to be produced right from the get-go, rather than in reply to conceding goals. Pohlmann, who has made a difference since coming on. About to take the corner, but then stopped in his tracks. Bit of a scuffle in the box. They will now continue. Pohlmann with the delivery, again in towards the near post. Coming together there between Wagner and Eberwein. Decision going the visitors' way. To ball, the quick ball forward. Two minutes of stoppage time already played. Just moments away from that full-time whistle now, you would think. As the referee does have a quick look at his watch. Tamush wins the free kick. Well, it's a win. We'll see Freiburg climb to third place in the league as they leapfrog ahead of FC Saarbrücken, taking their tally to 13 points now, just 2 behind Elversberg, who had a fantastic start to the Dritte Liga, and 3 behind league leaders 1860 Munich. And there it is. So Thomas Stamm and his side continue their impressive start to the season. Undefeated in 4, another 3 points on the board, while the troubles continue for BVB to A Vermeer brace getting the job done here on this Sunday afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, stay safe and take care.